2-0, zero shots on target. Liverpool were thoroughly battered. We were badly schooled. It was nothing competitive at all. Let's look at the three players that disappointed me the most. And I know it's going to disappoint a lot of you as well, the most as Liverpool fans. And also the three players that actually did try a little bit with the fact that it was a chaotic evening. Let's look at the first three players that were so disappointing in this game. Number one, Hugo Ekitike. It was utterly disappointing and annoying to watch this tonight. He kept on to the ball too long this night. Useless tricks and flicks all over the game. Released the ball on time, but then he was just romancing the ball with his feet. He released the ball in time. It was so annoying to watch with the way we thought he was doing. He's becoming too comfortable in the Liverpool team. He needs to do better. He needs to play quick passes. There were times where we could have had some counter-attacking threats, but then he was just romanticizing the ball. Annoying, and it was very disappointing from him. It was nothing to talk about in the game yesterday. We understand that the game itself was utterly chaotic because of the style of tactics that the coach actually put in place. But then Ekitike was terrible to watch yesterday. I was annoyed severally because of the senseless tricks and flicks that he was trying. Who was he trying to impress, for crying out loud? You are no Ronaldinho, you are no Neymar, you are no Messi. So why are you holding on to the ball for so long? Why you didn't? And by the time he holds the ball, two or three PSG player crowds him and loses the ball, and he doesn't even fight. It's annoying to watch. It was very annoying to watch yesterday. And if before PSG game, it's beginning to become too. It's beginning to be too comfortable with the ball. It's more or less like he's feeling himself as this, and that's because Isak has been injured for quite a time, for quite some time, and like I saw today in an article, his future really lingering in Liverpool. I'm not sure he's the kind of typical number 9 that we actually need. Because what the heck? I would rate him a 4.0 over 10 that yesterday was. It was very annoying to watch him with all the nonsense tricks and flicks that he was trying. Number 2, Florian Wirtz. Florian. I won't blame him as much as I blame Ekitike, but he himself, he was anonymous in the game. He was so anonymous. He did try to run around, but then that's not what we brought you in for. We brought you into throughout the game. We only created just one half chance, and that was the ball he flicked to Frimpong. And we demand more from him. He's a player that can't control game. He can't control game. And if I know Slot so well, I think one of the reasons why he brought in Wirtz was because he wanted to build a team around him, and so that Wirtz would be able to control games. But so far so good. I don't see Wirtz as a player that can control the game. You know the kind of influence like Bruno has, like De Bruyne has. He doesn't seem like it at all. It's just more or less like a Ferreira that will also thrive in the middle of the park, but he's not that entity that we need. He's not that player that we can build a team around. He's too fragile. He's I don't know. I wouldn't blame him so much because the team itself, the whole setup was nothing to talk about. So I would rate him a 4.5 over 10, but I was utterly disappointed in him also yesterday. Number 3, and the most disappointing of them all, is Frimpong. Man, what can Frimpong even do as a player? The only thing he knows how to do is to run. He can defend. He can put a good cross into the box 18. Then what is he doing? And he overlaps. We were complaining. A lot of Liverpool fans were complaining about Trent going forward and overlapping at the back, and making Liverpool susceptible to counter attacks. But when Trent goes forward, the quality of passes you get from Trent are passes that would tear open any defense line, and the final pass is always sumptuous. So the pass he gave to Mbappe for the goal against Bayern Munich, it was on point. Immediately I saw Trent about to lay the pass, I just knew that ball was going to get to Mbappe. It's going to get Mbappe's feet, and look at how sumptuous it is. You can't see if Frimpong do that. If Frimpong should cross 10 times, out of the 10 times, it's only by force you'll be able to get one into the box. It's appalling. It can, and the funny thing is, it's always caught up high up the field. When you are caught up high up the field, you cannot even put in the best cross for us. Each time you're trying to pull the pass back, why? Pull the ball into the front of players that needs to score. Why? It was just utterly annoying yesterday, and because of that, Dembele was just rampant running through. As you could see that Dembele would go to the left, and Desiree were coming to the left because they saw that that was the most open place they could play through yesterday, and it was so annoying to watch. So annoying to watch. What are you doing as a defender? Your defender could crying out loud. You just I would rate Frimpong a 3.0 over 10. I'm so pissed because it was so annoying to watch. So now the three players that actually did a little bit well in a somewhat abysmal display. The number one is Mamadashvili. Fine, he himself was very poor with his feet. I mean, very poor with his feet. Very poor. But however, Mamadashvili himself kept us in the game, kept us in the tie, no matter how you want to look at it. He made some crucial saves. He covered his angles very well. Although the first goal, it could be partly be blamed because he had actually stepped out of his line a little bit. Because if he was to be on his line, he would have been able to save the chance. But then it doesn't look like Desiree was going to shoot from there. And before he knew it, he ricocheted, and then the ball into the back of the net. But however, Mamadashvili actually stood tall for Liverpool yesterday. He was very sharp in terms of saving. The only downside to his game yesterday was the fact that his distributions were utterly poor, and his decision making trying to start the counter is terrible. So that's the only downside to his game yesterday. But what a goalkeeper should do in terms of saving chances, saving all this ball, he actually did it. So I'm going to give him a 6.5 over 10. I mean, that's Liverpool best player of the night. The number two that actually did a little bit well is Kekes. Kekes was very aggressive. He did all he could, and you could see that it was actually evident because most of the chances that PSG created came from the right wing, where Frimpong overlaps, where Frimpong is always found wanting. But then when it comes to Kekes, you could see that even Desiree had to switch to the left at some point in time to tell you Kekes was very aggressive, marking a lot of them. He goes high up the field, was aggressive with his marking. He didn't give the attackers chances at all. It was very compact. This is one of the games where even the overall play was actually abysmal, but I would give Kekes a 6.0 over 10. He actually did well. And my number three pick, it's unbelievable, but then I'm going to say Konate. You could see at some point in time, Konate was aggressive, running all the way from the back to come and attack himself. You could see how aggressive Konate was. He was trying to mark. He did well in trying to hold his ground. He did really well. And you could see at some point, he was one charging the PSG attackers. He was not scared to go near Varashkelia. He did him dirty at some point in time, but he was not. He was very aggressive. The kind of things you love to see in your defender. At some point in time, he went to the front, trying to create the press by himself. You could see he was trying to hold the game by the scruff of his neck by himself, but he couldn't. He tried all he could. But as a defender, yesterday, Konate was good to a large extent. He might have been a culprit in a lot of the games we've played this season, but yesterday he did really well. For me, he did well. I don't know about you. I'd like to hear our opinion. What do you think about Konate's performance yesterday? So I would rate him a 6.0 over 10. Another honorable mention is Gravenberch, who also really tried. He actually bullied his way through in the middle of the park against the PSG side, and he really did try that yesterday. So I'm going to rate him a 6.0 over 10. Now the other players rating, Van Dijk, I'm going to be very frank. Van Dijk has been erratic this season. He's been erratic, very erratic. Caused Liverpool 4 penalties already this season. That's almost the same amount he has caused Liverpool in almost 7 years or 8 years that he has been playing for Liverpool. That's to tell you how poor he has been this season. So I'm going to rate Virgil van Dijk a 4.0 over 10. Dominic Szoboszlai, I would rate him a 5.0 over 10. He was trying to press, but the whole setup itself was wrong. So there isn't much to talk about.